Hello, coffee community. While I'm busy roasting and sending out these boxes, I wanted to make sure I provided you 4 simple ways that you can enjoy these amazing coffees. AB coffees, directly compared, taste and smell the flavor wheel. And so as long as you have one of these, you're going to be good, and a coffee grinder, because all of these coffees come whole bean, ready to go. Let's go. Let's move on to brew method number 3. So another great way to enjoy the sensory tasting kit and to isolate your A-B comparison. Today we have our processing wet washed Papua New Guinea and a dry natural ferment Colombia pink Bourbon. We'll get into the tasting notes after this video in a separate section. We're using our automatic filter, automatic dripper. And this is my Bonavita. It's a great machine because it does the work for me and it controls the variables for me. All I gotta do is use the same amount of coffee. Today we're using 25 grams of coffee and the same amount of water, which is 425 grams of water, and push go and ready for brewing. So I've ground my coffee at a 7.5 on my Malconic. For a flat bottom brewer, that's a medium coarse grind. So you actually want a medium coarse for a flat bottom, a little more coarse than if you were doing a V-shaped. Just gonna pour my coffee in. I've already got my water in, and we will hit go, and we are ready to brew. So this will take a few minutes, and while it's brewing, I'll just wait and then do this again. So again, if you only have one brewing device at your home, just store the coffee in a separate carafe, rinse and repeat, and then go to your tasting and compare these wonderful coffees. All right, now we're gonna do our tasting on brewing method number 3, which was the automatic dripper. And I just moved them into 2 carafes so that my one brewer, I could have 2 different brews. We are comparing processing. And so 2 different processing methods, a washed Papua New Guinea and then a natural Colombia pink Bourbon. This is a special process, special fermentation. And so there's a lot of acidity on this natural. Apologies where I say washed should be acidic and natural should have low acidity. In this case, that doesn't work out, but we're still comparing 2 very different processing methods and beautiful coffees. So on the, these are part of the sensory training kit, the processing 1 and processing 2. On the Papua New Guinea, the fragrance of this coffee, the dry grounds were very hazelnut chocolatey, kind of like Nutella. And there was this subtle lemon lime that was coming through. Dry fragrance on this Colombia pink Bourbon, very much like cherries, olives. It was like a sweet charcuterie board where you have fruit and nuts and cheeses and sweet dried cherries. Chocolate covered raisins, I wrote that down. You get a lot of chocolate on the dry aroma of this one as well. So then moving into the brew and smelling the brewed aroma from the carafes, the Papua New Guinea had a lot of wonderful baking spices like nutmeg and cinnamon and clove. Just love a good spicy coffee. And it's not like a roasty spice, it's a real sweet baking spice. The aroma on the Colombia, kind of sour cherries, like the kind you make cherry pie with. And then pineapple, tropical fruits, just a lot of real bright fruit character came off of the brew. Finally, moving into the drinking, some of the mouthfeel and the acidity. Medium light body on the Papua New Guinea, kind of a mellow acidity, very smooth, very round. This is just like a really smooth line coffee. It's gonna make a lot of people happy. It's not gonna disappoint anyone. It's kind of coffee you can drink multiple cups. And unlike this one, this is the kind of coffee where if you drink multiple cups, it's just too much. It's overwhelming. There's so much going on in this cup. Bright, complex acidity. You just feel layers of complexity in the acidity, which lends to a very juicy mouthfeel. So when we use the word juicy from our Coffee Taster's Flavor Wheel, that's kind of that complexity of all these different long-lasting mixed berries and tropical fruits and dried fruits and acidity all coming together in one place. And so complexity and depth and juicy makes you salivate. Really fun, really tropical, really wild coffee. Great in the afternoon for a wake me up coffee, great on ice. That's how I'd go after it. Beautiful round coffee. This is how you want to start your morning. You don't want to get punched in the face like this one. You want an easy, smooth drinking coffee. All right, so this is part of the sensory tasting kit. As you brew your coffee, whether you use that drip brewer or a French press or a pour over or cupping or whatever else you have, just isolate that brewing, A, B, so that you can really distinguish what's just going on different in the beans, different in the brew. Not the brew method, not the human interaction with the coffee. If you have any questions about this video or any others about the sensory tasting kit, I would love to hear from you and engage. Add your comments or reach out, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey there, coffee community. My name's Adam, and I'm on a mission to make life better using specialty coffee. So if you're into coffee, you want to grow in your sensory tasting training, I've got kits and tools available for that. Roasting supplies, cupping supplies, lab resources for coffee professionals. I'd love to help you take the next step in your coffee playground, your learning journey, whether it's certified courses or it's just how to do this, how do I grow? I'd love to help you and join you on the journey. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. If you like this video or any others that come before and after it, share it with a friend and let me know where you're at in the coffee world. Maybe we'll meet up for a show or a class. I'd love to see you and bring you in on the community. All right, keep growing, make life better. See you in the next video.